Hi guys, so today I'm actually gonna record my dream. It's been a while since I've recorded dreams, and so this morning at about 6 o'clock or 5:30 this morning, I had a really weird dream. I dreamt that I was in like an apartment. It had this like feeling of French sort of a looking apartment, or somewhere in America maybe, but more towards the France side of things. And I dreamt that I was walking with my sons, and I handed my sons. We were living in the downstairs apartment. It was all white, and the staircase was like the a wrought iron rail, antique wrought iron stair rail, and it leads up to the next level. I gave my son to whoever was looking after my son, and I went upstairs. I was curious about the man who lived upstairs from our apartment. He was dressed in all black and like a business suit, but more like a turtleneck, long black sleeves with long black pants. He had like an army haircut, very short. And as he was opening his apartment, I forced myself into his apartment, and I said to him, I know that you are doing something in here, something powerful. And to what I can feel, he was doing it for himself. It was something, a ritual for him. So out of my own free will given by the Lord Jesus, I forced myself into his presence. I was given the free will, and I chose to go into his apartment to find out what he does. He really didn't want to show me, but I wanted to know what he does. There was a big book, like an album, big album, on top of like a keyboard, like a piano. And so I wanted to reach for it, but he wouldn't let me because that belonged to him. But I was so pushy, and I had such strong will that I wanted some sort of power, or some sort of acknowledgement. So I grabbed the album and I flipped through it, and I saw the cast of Friends, the series Friends, Monica, Jennifer Aniston, and all the casts were there. And so I was happy to see them, and I saw more celebrities in it, and I said, I want to be like them. I want to be famous like them. This is the kind of people I want to be. And so he looked at me and he said to me, the only way that you can be like them is for you to lay with me. So for me to have sex with him, it's a sexual ritual. There's no attraction. He had nothing, no attraction to me. I had no attraction to him. It was all business related. If you want something, you give me something, and things like that. So it was just like a business contract. But the signed paperwork was to have sex. That was part of the ritual. So I agreed, because I wanted, these are my favorite actors. I wanted to be like them. So he said the first procedure that I had to do was that I had to shower. So I was taken into this, like a bathroom, old black. You could see the walls were all black, like tar, just going, like falling or dripping from the wall, greasy, dirty, disgusting. And then on the floor there were phlegm, like someone's been spitting phlegm, green phlegm. That was something that caught my glance, was this phlegm all over the floor. It was disgusting. And then as I was about to go in and have a bath, and that turned me off because I didn't want to go in because of how foul it was, I saw a man run down, and he was running in such a rush, and I heard the police sirens behind him. He had a medical coat on, gray hair, with glasses. And I said, who's that? And he had like a chuckle, like he was having a laugh about that man, saying he got caught. They were like partners, but then he got caught in the evil act that he does. They sort of do the same thing, but he got caught. Him and his wife. He has a wife, and his wife is an older woman, same age as him, very old. They were both white couple. He was also white, but sort of like Middle Eastern look. And so the wife was a very old woman with gray hair, and sort of like Camilla hairstyle, Queen Camilla, like that. And she went into the room, and she wasn't happy with me because I could see her. She was trying to hide behind the wall, but I could see through the wall and see her. As soon as she put on a purple bra, like this exotic purple bra, she turned into a young woman, a very young woman. Her features, her skin, it just started to slither back into a young person. And I was really surprised to see her turning into this young, attractive, seductive woman on a bed. But I seen her without this bra, and she was an old, very, very old, unattractive woman. Anyway, I did what they said for me to do. I didn't see how I showered. I didn't see that. That was only what I saw. I don't know whether I did shower or not. But then I saw myself dressed in black. I had all black, like a black dress that women wear when their husbands pass away. That's sort of like all black mourning dress. So I wore that, and then I was told to lie on the bed. It was a small, like a surgical bed that I had to lie on. And he'd just come, and then we have intercourse. There was no, you can't say make love because there's no love. It was just business. That was like a signature. So he came to be with me, but then my son interrupted. He was looking for me, and he opened the door. He said, "Mom." And I screamed. I yelled out my son's name, and I ran after him. And I said, "Why did you come in? Why did you have to see that?" I was embarrassed that I got caught in the act. And as I ran to him, he grabbed his brother, and they ran down the stairs. And that's when I noticed how beautiful it was. It was a white building, all bright white, and the staircase was like the antique iron road all the way down. It was beautiful. And then I saw that they were safe. They were going back to the apartment. So I went back to this man, and because there was an agreement there, that we had made an agreement, that it had been signed through intercourse, he changed. The way he looked at me was different. The way he acted was different. I had my free will taken. He had my free will now, that I felt I am no longer control of myself. And that was something I noticed also when I was on the bed. I grabbed the same album, and I looked into the album to see what I'm about to sign, what I'm about to do. I'm going to be like these people in the celebrity world. But as I turned the page, they weren't there. The pictures weren't there. I saw teddy bears, and their images were put into a voodoo doll, sort of teddy bear voodoo doll. They had no control of themselves. This person had controlled them because they'd given away their free will given by God. They gave it away. And so this person had taken their free will, and they've tied them. So if they're trying to get away from this, they start to get, I saw one of them had like their eye taken out. One was getting cut like a voodoo doll. They're getting cut, and it's all to do with this voodoo doll. And I was shocked because I said, I didn't want to be part of this. I didn't want to be out of control or someone controlling me. I just wanted to be like them, but they changed. They turned into a puppet that's getting controlled, and everything is out of their control. So anyway, I stood there and I saw a change in this man. He'd have his power, and now I am powerless. And I said to him, I need to go because my husband will start to ask for me. And he said to me, your husband? And you know what? I tell you something, that no matter where you are in your life and you're fearful of someone that you've sold your soul to, Jesus went to the land of the dead. That is why he had to die. He went to the land of the dead to free you. Today, you can be set free if you accept the Lord Jesus into your life. Jesus couldn't do it the other way, any other way. The only way Jesus could do it was to die and go down and fight for you and I. And then I was standing there when he asked about my husband, because when you give something, he takes something. And I knew he wanted my husband. You know why? I had a spark of fire in my soul. There was a spark. It was powerful. I felt it burn within me, and it warned me not to give away my husband. And I started to fight for my husband. And the agreement, something happened. I know what happened. I know that Jesus intervened, and it just, everything just, all that deal was gone. Everything was gone. Now, I'm not going through any of that. That was a dream. And that's sometimes when I dream of someone. I dream of me, but it could be to do with someone going through that. So what I'm going to say right now, it's been a while since I've been recording. I've seen more things than this. Like things before coronavirus hit. I've seen angels. I've met Jesus. I've not seen God because he's so powerful. He hides behind a cloud. And I've heard him speak to me behind those clouds. But I couldn't speak to him unless Jesus was with me. And Jesus has to be with me, because without Jesus, I can't see him. I can hear little things that he says, but I can't hear everything because of my sin, I suppose. I can hear things that are meant for me, but he speaks to my soul. And even when Jesus speaks to me, he doesn't move his lips, he speaks to my spirit. It's a spiritual movement we are in. And if you feel like you're caught and you can't get out, Jesus is the only way. Yahweh is for us. And he gave us Yeshua, our Messiah, to free us. Do not give up. Pray, fast. And you know what was interesting? He spoke to me in the book of John 17:21. The only way you can get the spirit out of you is by prayer and fasting. Pray and fast.